$12 million. I am excited, right? $12 million. This $12 million is a receipt for a teacher professional development, right? Just City Board of Education did it. 2005, 2006. We have $5 million being paid to the LA teacher programs. We have $3 million paid to the Australian United States Service of Education, come from Sydney to teach our teacher here in Jersey City, from Sydney, Australia, to teach his teacher. So the teacher can teach the students, right? The lady come to my classroom, she should be contracted for math and English, language arts. She come to my classroom, she tell me, Mr. Yusuf, I do not know anything about mathematics in high school or elementary school. Her company get paid $3 million. She does not know anything about math. How she come from Sydney? Who brings them here? And who invites them here? That's what I want to know. Just 1 second. It is being extended for 2007 and 2008. I'm talking about $36 million.
It's not easy cutting a budget, but if you have the right resources. The budget went from 2 pages in the paper, 8 pages on the online, 22 pages at the hearing, and 700 pages that I suggested that the board create PDF files. When you have those things, maybe everyone can see what's going on. Now, Waterman had brought up zero-based management, which is a Japanese program brought in the 70s, which actually every board, every budget item has to be defended. Why are we doing this? With that kind of analysis, we can find where the waste is, and therefore we can actually do some savings. Now, Benjamin Franklin said, waste not, want not. And to bring it up even further, conservation of natural and capital resources. As we waste, we need to have money coming in, the revenues. We produce 29 million pounds of paper a year. We're not even seeing a penny of that. That's at 2 cents a pound. That's equivalent of maybe $480,000 that we can have. Also, the schools can use the alternative energy resources to make their schools cost effective, and also the energy upgrades that can be there. And again, when everyone can see it on time, we can see what needs to be cut. There is a lot of fat, and we need to find that. Thank you.
Like I said before, I am an insider. You need somebody like me to be sitting at this table because they can lie to you, they can lie to the media, but they cannot lie to you. I've been there from day on. I know exactly what they do. And also, I want to warn you guys because I know we have 2 board members here. There is millions of dollars being lined up to go out before June 30. From this current budget right now, 631, there is millions of dollars. I'm going to ask the board member here tonight, please stop doing anything before June 30. And you're going to know why. I'm saying that later. Anyway, I'm talking about what does make it difficult for us to put the 700 page inside the net. Put them inside the Jersey City Public School. Let the public see. Let the teacher see. Let everybody see. What does make it different? I checked yesterday. They only put 8 pages. Highlight. What does make it different? We pay in taxes here. We live in here, and we deserve to know where this money going. Like I said before, $36 million for a lady and for the programs didn't even know anything about it. We've been sitting inside the room having balloons, and she said, move around the balloons. That was the workshop for the teacher. That's what you need to do inside the classroom. The lady said, I don't know anything about mathematics. Actually, she come to my class to take my note, to give it to the other teacher. She come back, she said, Mr. Yusuf, that was really helpful. I learned with my son. You can imagine something like that, and nobody even tells them what's going on. $36 million, I want to open an investigation if I get inside the board. This comment here, before you look at it and open it, inquire, where does this money go? This is tax. This is Jersey City people tax money and our children money, and we need it back.
Thank you. LL Teach is an interesting one because I believe in the last 2 months, they came in and they wanted to be approved, and I believe Carol Sterling and I, and with the help of our board members, defeated that. That was tabled or defeated. But when I saw the question, I thought it was, I didn't know the Japanese name. They always have something for an exercise, but I didn't know why we should cut 65 million, because basically I tried to do that because I thought it was an exercise. I came up with about 12 million and what I could find, but there is no right number to cut. I think it has to go the other way, that we should be accountable for the money we're spending. 105 or 104, unfortunately, is set by the state as the tax rate. It could be higher, it could be 200 million, but they've set that as the portion. I think it's 17% that has to come from the municipal tax levy, but we should be concerned that every dollar is accountable, and that's where we were under state control for 22 years. We got lost in that process, so there has been no accountability, and now all of a sudden we have to pay more money, and all of a sudden we're getting very concerned because it's hitting our tax rates as it's hitting mine. What we have to do is we have to go back to what I'm glad Yosef mentioned. Sterling Waterman has proposed a zero-based budgeting where next year, we have to start now for next year. We can make some cuts this year, we can make people more accountable. It's a culture change. It's a change culture at the board leadership, which many people have mentioned.
I just wanted to go back to something I was talking about earlier, and that's about school safety. I spoke with a teacher at number 41. One thing he told me was, unlike many of the other schools, there's no metal detectors there. And so I don't understand how you have metal detectors in one place, concerned about school safety, and not in other places. And so that just tells me that there's no policy or consistent policy, and that comes from leadership. And that's another problem that I have. But in terms of the financial aspect, I find it really pitiful. Video I had pulled up what we received at the budget hearing, just a few pages. Paul in the back pulled up what they had. He's holding it now, 700 pages. Now, many of us have never seen it. Many of us have never had the opportunity to inspect that. Many of our community members that are financial people have never had the opportunity to actually invest their time and their energies to actually scrape through it, to comb through it, to find out what really works, what should work for our schools and our children. So that's something that is extremely pitiful, that they had to vote, and the board members here had to vote on something where we only received a few pieces of paper, a couple of graphs, and there's 700 pages that have been kept far away from all of us, okay? So the one thing that really needs to be done is when the board is reconstituted is a financial audit, an investigation.